Magandang umaga, Filipinos. Good morning. You're watching Eagle News Mornings from Canada. I'm Thomas I. Likeness, reporting from our Eagle News studio, my province, Western Canada, province of Alberta. I'm in the city of Edmonton, bringing you news from across the country. Well, it's Wednesday morning. We made it to the midpoint of the week. Metro Manila this morning, we're at, the 29-degree mark. A few clouds, feels like 35 though. The high today is supposed to be 34 degrees, but it's going to feel like 41. Expect a thunderstorm this afternoon. Air quality is rated as fair. And the latest from AccuWeather on that tropical storm Ambo, is it will affect Manila probably Friday morning and going late into Friday night, but we'll keep you up to date on that. Say, have you tried that white coffee yet? I keep hearing about it on our break. I've got to find a place somewhere here in Canada where I can buy it. In the meantime, all I can offer you is the usual. There's 3-in-1 over there, and if you want a cup of black, I think there's an extra one in the pot. It's been sitting there for some time. Fix it at your own risk. Get yourself that second cup, sit back, and let's bring you up to date on what's happening in Canada. First, a look at the weather across the country. And our street scene today comes from Vancouver, sort of driving around the freeways around Vancouver there. That was Eagle News correspondent Arnie Aquino who shot this street scene. Thanks a lot for that, Arnie. And looking at the weather map today, across the country, generally cooler. Only got to about 15 degrees in both Vancouver and Victoria, and both cities reporting partly cloudy skies. In Alberta, partly cloudy and 12 in Edmonton, only 8 degrees in Calgary, 9 and sunny skies in Winnipeg. Missed out Saskatchewan there, partly sunny, and both Regina and Saskatoon around the 7-degree mark. Toronto, partly cloudy and 7. In Ottawa, the sun taking the day off, cloudy and 7. Montreal, mostly cloudy and 9. The Atlantic provinces, rain pretty much through most of them. 2 degrees in Fredericton. Oh, that's chilly. Halifax managed to get up to 9 degrees, but again, there were showers there. It was kind of cool. Up in St. John's, Newfoundland, fog and 7 degrees. In the news this morning, are we close to clinical trials in Canada for a COVID-19 vaccine? Seniors in Canada will get a little extra help from the government. When might the Canada-US border reopen? Nurses who work in both Canada and the United States have a bit of a dilemma. Is it safe for Alberta to begin reopening its economy? Trials in China. Instead, they're paving the way for future trials in this country. Now, according to the National Research Council press release, the vaccine is the first one to enter the second phase of human clinical trials after it so far has presented no major safety issues. It's one of only 5 vaccine candidates in the world that's been approved so far for safety testing in humans. It was developed by the Beijing Institute of Biotechnology and CanSino Biologics. It was approved for human trials in China in March. CanSino is preparing an application now with Health Canada for clinical trials in this country. Still too early to say whether it'll work against COVID-19, but this collaboration with China could help ensure that Canadians will have access to this vaccine if it works. Seniors in Canada will have a bit more money in their pocket this month. Prime Minister Trudeau made that announcement this morning.
If you're receiving old age security, you will get an additional $300 to offset some of the extra costs you've had to cover because of the virus. This means that across the country, almost 7 million seniors will get help that they need. And to better support the most vulnerable seniors, we will also give an extra $200 to people who are eligible for the Guaranteed Income Supplement. So if you're receiving both OAS and GIS, you will get an additional $500 in total to help you.
Now, Trudeau says today's announcement is only a short-term solution. He says the pandemic has brought to light other problems that seniors have been facing for years.
COVID-19 has exposed some uncomfortable truths about our society, including how we care for seniors in Canada. We've seen heartbreaking tragedies in long-term care facilities and nursing homes right across the country. Overworked staff, understaffed residences, grieving families. There are serious underlying challenges facing these facilities, and in the coming months, the federal government will be there to help the provinces find lasting solutions.
There's no doubt that the conditions in some nursing homes in this country are deplorable. But, you know, it's really too bad that it took a pandemic to get the attention of the government that's supposed to be there to defend the needs of the vulnerable. Well, we're only 9 days away from the deadline to reopen the Canada-U.S. border. The closure to all non-essential traffic had been extended until May 21st, a week from Thursday. Trudeau was evasive about whether the border will reopen then.
We have every step of the way taken the necessary measures to keep Canadians safe. That has been our priority, and because that has meant negative economic impacts for many sectors across the country, we have moved forward with supports for workers across the country. But our priority needs to be keeping Canadians safe. And that is the spirit in which we have engaged in constant and constructive dialogue with the Americans to talk about shared interests, including the border. And I have no doubt we will have more to say in the coming days on how we continue to move forward in a way that keeps Canadians safe.
Keeps Canadians safe. But what does Trudeau mean by that? What does he want to see on both sides of the border before it reopens?
I think we all are focused right now on ensuring a flattening of the curve, decreasing of the cases of COVID-19 so that we can restart certain sectors of the economy. That must be done gradually. It must be done with tremendous vigilance. And we need to make sure that we have the mechanisms and the materials in place to deal with any further spreads or spikes in COVID-19. Preventing transmission from outside of Canada into Canada once we have controlled the spread within Canada will be an essential part of ensuring that we don't fall back into a second wave that could be as serious as this wave we're going through, or even more so. So we're going to be very, very careful about reopening any international travel, including the United States, before we feel that it is time.
And our Chief Public Health Officer, Dr. Theresa Tam, says now is not the time. She says it's too dangerous. She says opening the border presents a big risk. The border is also creating problems for nurses and other healthcare professionals who work in border communities like Windsor, Ontario. You know, in Windsor, they just cross the bridge, cross a river. They're in Detroit, Michigan on the American side. About 2,000 of them do this every day. They live in Windsor, but work in Detroit. And they're exempt from the travel restrictions between the two countries. Now, many of them work in hospitals on both sides of the border. Now they say they're being pressured to choose between their jobs. Canadian hospital administrators fear they may pick up the coronavirus in the United States, then pass it on to others when they come back to Canada. Critics, though, say that ultimatum is actually an ineffective way of containing the virus, and they say it's also creating a financial hardship for frontline workers with split jobs. You see, many of them work part-time on one side, full-time on the other side. So it's really hit them in the pocketbook. Oh, and incidentally, the state of Michigan has as many deaths, almost as many deaths, 4,000 from COVID-19 as all of Canada. In Canada here we have 5,000, but they got 4,000 in just that one state, in Michigan. Well, the restrictions in my province of Alberta could be loosened even further this week, beginning Thursday if the government approves. Now the government's cabinet committee is meeting tonight to make its final decision, but beginning Thursday, if all goes well and they get the green light, non-essential retailers can open along with a number of other businesses such as, well, daycares, hairstylists, museums and art galleries. Restaurants will be allowed to open too, but only at 50% capacity. Some people are asking, though, Why, when there are still cases of community transmission, why are we loosening the rules? Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, says, well, it can be done safely because, at least in Alberta, people's attitudes have changed.
Our societal norms around hygiene and physical distancing are different today. We are in the habit of washing our hands thoroughly and often. Whenever we unpack our groceries, handle goods delivered to our home, or come home from any location, we wash our hands for at least 20 seconds in warm, soapy water. We also maintain physical distance. We are well aware what 2 meters looks like and are accustomed to keeping this distance between one another. These will remain habits and, in fact, will become even more important as we leave our homes more often.
We await the government's decision. That announcement will be made tomorrow morning. Canadian rocker Bryan Adams caused an uproar with his online rant about the pandemic. Unbelievable. On social media, Twitter and Instagram, Adams said that these are his words. The whole world is on hold and thousands have suffered or died thanks to, and again, these are his words, bat-eating, wet market animals selling, virus-making, greedy. I can't say the rest. That's how offensive it is. I can't say it. He then went on to tell people, go vegan. In the post, the musician shared a video of himself singing an acoustic version of his song, Cuts Like a Knife. It was, like I say, on Twitter and Instagram. In a text, the offensive remarks were in a text accompanying the video. And what set him off is he was supposed to begin a concert residency at the Royal Albert Hall in London, England. But of course, it was canceled because of the pandemic. So I guess that's an excuse to think out loud. Amy Go of the Chinese-Canadian Council for Social Justice called his remarks irresponsible, racist, hateful. Adams has since apologized to any and all who were offended. He's since deleted the offensive tweet, but his message remained on Instagram. At least it was there an hour ago when I checked. Makes you wonder about his sincerity. I guess talk is cheap. Still to come, we'll tell you about the first Filipino to play in the NBA. The city of Toronto is telling people living there to shop local. And is Ontario opening up too soon? You're watching Eagle News Mornings from Canada.
This program is presented by SMC Infrastructure, building a better world. Sanmig Sugar-Free White Coffee, puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na, Sanmig Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free. Vet-approved Nutri-Chunks, the only premium dog food with active boost for optimum energy and prebiotics that help strengthen immunity. Just like Catherine Bernardo, gawing listo ganado ang fur babies nyo. Listo ganado sa Nutri-Chunks. Co-presented by Kubert, expert in air conditioning and electromechanical. Also engaged in structural, electrical, fire protection, plumbing, and sanitary services. Kubert, your ultimate MEPS and air conditioning solutions. Vita Herbs Philippines Green Coffee. Masarap, mabango, at healthy pa. Canrib Corporation, your ventilation and air conditioning specialist. New San Jose Builders Incorporated. Unlad Incorporated International, fight against global poverty. In participation with Rain or Shine Elastomeric Waterproofing Paint. Color for protection for your home. Matimco. Matimco is wood. Wood is Matimco. R Square Variables Incorporated, your trusted UPS supplier and UPS maintenance provider in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. CompuZell Computer Services, ID card and lanyard manufacturer. Saisho International Trading Corporation. DN Steel. EMAC UPVC Roof Corporation.
Hey, Gretchen Ho here, and I'm a white coffee lover. Creamy kasi and very yummy. Pero mas masarap kung hindi nakaka-guilty. Check my new discovery, Sandmix Sugar-Free White Coffee. Puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na! Sandmix Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free.
The Bulacan Bulk Water Project is a treatment facility that will provide bulk water to the 24 municipalities of Bulacan to meet the increasing water demand of its residents. Through concessionaire, SMC Infrastructure also initiated the significant improvements of the Manila North Harbor Port, the country's busiest port.
Listo at ganado ang baby ko sa vet-approved Nutri-Chunks. With active boost and prebiotics na pampalisto. Made with real meat, with essential nutrients to help them grow healthy and happy. Listo, ganado sa Nutri-Chunks.
Ikaw lang ang star ng buhay ko. Para sa akin, perfect ka. Ibang klase ang sarap ng corned beef mo. Ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Pag Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, sarap ng corned beef, inangat pa ng real cheese cubes. Kaya perfect ang sarap. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef.
This is Eagle News Mornings from Canada. I'm Thomas I. Lightness. Well, here's another reason for Filipinos to feel proud. Eagle News correspondent Zarita Sesi tells us about the first full Filipino to go to the NBA. She's standing by live. Good morning, Zarita.
Good morning, Tom. So it was announced this week that one of Philippines' top prospect, Kai Soto, has decided to forego a college career in order to join the NBA's G League Professional Path program. So this would mean that Soto would be able to earn a six-figure salary while developing his skills prior to joining an NBA team. Soto's decision does come after the NCAA's announcement that they will allow their athletes to actually earn money from their name, image, and likeness from third parties as a way of competing with the NBA's program. Kai will join fellow Filipino-American Jalen Green, who has also opted for the Pro Path program. If Soto is successful in the Pro program and does get picked up by an NBA team, he would be the first Filipino player in NBA history. Reporting from Toronto, I'm Zarita Sese, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Zarita, I just have one quick question. we ended up actually back on time here. One quick question. He's foregoing college?
Yeah, so
is that a wise idea?
It all depends on what the athletes actually want out of it. A lot of people are saying that if he goes straight to this G League program, he's going to be exposed to more NBA players, teams, and things like that, and might actually have a better chance of going professional rather than spending some time in college where he's not competing at the same level as NBA teams.
And let's face it, if you make that kind of money, you can afford to go to college anytime.
Exactly. So that could be an afterthought after his career.
Zarita, good to have you on the program this morning. You want to take care of your own first. That's the message from Toronto's mayor, and he's giving that to people in the city. As Eagle News correspondent April Masongsong reports, a program to support local businesses has been announced.
Thank you, Tom. Here is the latest news from Toronto. On May 11th, Mayor John Tory officially announced the launch of Shop Here, a program to aid Toronto independent businesses and artists open a free online store in response to the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I'm pleased to announce the launch of Shop Here, a program to help Toronto independent businesses and artists to have free online stores in order to minimize the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Shop Here program is part of our short-term economic support and recovery plan for Toronto and will provide Toronto's independent businesses and artists the opportunity to develop an online store, which will be built and launched for free in a matter of a very few days.
Volunteer website developers and marketing and business students will provide hands-on support throughout the process for this program. Mayor Tory talks about the benefits Shop Here will bring to small businesses and the consumers alike.
Shop Here will not only help these valuable members of our neighborhoods survive, it will allow all of us to get more services that we need online so that we can take advantage of the new curbside pickup options or of home deliveries. It is interesting, but not necessarily surprising to note that businesses with an established online shopping presence have been able to maintain significant sales during the period of the shutdown so far.
Delivered via the digital mainstream platform, Toronto independent businesses and artists can sign up for their free online store through the website. The program varies from providing a template to developing Shopify pages and customizing their information, branding, logo, and hands-on assistance setting up and launching their store. Approximately 49,501 Toronto businesses, 7,371 of them restaurants, bars, or cafes, are eligible for the Shop Here program. The program is available from today until the end of August, with the city's aim of developing 3,000 online stores for Toronto's independent businesses and artists. Mayor Tory acknowledges Toronto's tech community and companies in helping recover Toronto's economy.
I want to thank the numerous community and corporate partners who are supporting Shop Here, starting with TABIA, the Toronto Association of Business Improvement Areas, also Shopify, Google, MasterCard, Microsoft, Facebook, eBay, Ritual, TrueFan, eShipper, Snapchat, Magnet, and the Schulich School of Business, as well as Toronto's tech community, which has once again stepped up to the challenge and is actively engaged helping our local economy to recover.
Deputy Mayor Michael Thompson and the Chair of the Economic Community Development Committee states, the Shop Here program is one of the many tools that the city, with the help of its corporate and community partners, is introducing to help local businesses mitigate COVID-19's devastating effects and support the recovery efforts. Mayor Tory reassures small independent businesses and artists that they are supported by the city during this crisis.
Toronto independent businesses and artists can sign up for their free online store at digitalmainstreet.ca/shophere. We're going to get through this pandemic, and we continue to work each and every day, not just doing the plans and putting the plans together for brighter days that lie ahead as the numbers improve, but also to make sure we support people during the currency of the pandemic. We are doing everything we can to make sure we provide those who need help the most with the help that they need.
In Toronto, April Masangsang, Eagle News, we live in interesting times.
Ontario accounts for about a third of the COVID-19 deaths in Canada. Many wonder, even with the cautious plans of Premier Doug Ford, is the province opening up too soon? As always, a pleasure to have Eagle News correspondent Marco Zeruto joining us with his insightful analysis. Marco, unlike your neighbors in Quebec, you folks in Ontario just aren't moving as fast.
That's right. Good morning, Tom. When it comes to reopening the province and the economy, Doug Ford continues to take a slow and steady approach, and that is what he's doing now when it comes to extending the declaration of emergency, the state of emergency in the province. He initially enacted this on March 17th and has decided to extend this for about another month, June 2, 2020. Of course, this could always change, but he has decided, the government has decided to extend it up to there, gradually opening the economy, and hopefully it will give businesses and everyone time to take the proper measurements that they need to do when it comes to opening the economy and opening businesses. So we have things like little small things like, the school trustees are asked to have virtual meetings, even though the schools are closed. Corporations should have online meetings. And when it comes to filing business registrations and other government documents, do everything electronically. But we all know that everyone is really waiting and excited to get going. So, but doing it safely. So they have things also like those who are working in long-term care homes, limited to only one workplace if you work in two different places. So when it comes to opening the economy, slow and steady, stage one hopefully will start soon. But in every one of those phases, in every one of those stages, there will be a 2 to 4 week gap in between to make sure that everyone is following all the rules properly and responsibly, Tom.
Is there any target for stage one, Marco?
The hope is that it will happen soon, maybe as early as next week. They already have decided to open certain stores that will allow curbside pickup. hardware stores. Certain stores have been opened, and they're seeing how that will affect the Ontarians. Will they be following the rules properly? Do they need to make amendments? But as far as it comes to opening the businesses as soon as possible, as early as next week, is what they're hoping. According to Ontario.ca, the things that they're considering is making sure that everyone's following public health guidelines. Essential gatherings are limited. There are parks will be open, things like that. But like as Doug Ford said, we're making steady progress to flatten the curve and get more people back to work safely. But we still have far to go in defeating COVID-19. So extending this will allow everyone to continue to take action to protect Ontarians while carefully and cautiously reopening more parts of the economy. So that's the Premier really trying to let all Ontarians know, we're doing our best, but we have to do this slow and steady and responsibly so that we can all get through this pandemic together safely.
Quickly before you go, thoughts on opening the Canada-U.S. border? I mean, you guys have you're right up against the border there. I'm 8 hours away, so it's no big deal for us. But the province's thoughts on that?
Well, when it comes to reopening the border, like we always say, because everything is always up in the air, we don't know how people will react. It's still a wait and see approach. As much as we would like to open the border for Canadians to get across and for maybe Americans to visit here, there are certain things that you still have to follow, whether it's essential travel. We don't know necessarily how COVID is affecting Americans as far as when they come here, what will happen if they get sick. Right, so there are certain things, or Canadians crossing the border, what would happen if they were to get sick? So wait and see approach when it comes to reopening the border. But the anticipation is with these new phases, with these new stages hopefully opening soon, and with these small enactments getting bigger, getting much and more frequent, good news is on the way. That's the hope from everybody.
Thank you, Marco. As always, a pleasure to have you on the program. For more great EBC programming, check out The Vocal Chamber. It's an E25 Records original series. You'll hear independent artists and hosts discuss the world of hip-hop, R&B, and pop. The Vocal Chamber, check it out on Facebook, check it out on YouTube. And that's our program for today. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the Canadian News team, I wish you all good health. Take care of others and take care of yourselves. Stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned to Eagle News for accurate and balanced coverage of the COVID-19 pandemic. In Edmonton, Canada, Thomas I. Likeness, Eagle News. We live in interesting times, and stay tuned for Agala Belita, hosted by Maricar Velasco. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Thomas. Stay safe there in Edmonton.
Na ang mga pangunahing balita sa loob at labas ng bansa. Tinagid at kinalap ng Agila News Team. Agila Balita.
Ngayon ay Miyerkules, Mayo 13, 2020. Sa ulo ng mga balita. Coronavirus disease 2019 cases sa bansa umabot na sa 11,350. Bilang naman ng recoveries mahigit na sa 2,100. Pangulong Duterte inaprubahan ang karagdagang 5 milyon na low-income families na mapasama sa bibigyan ng cash aid. Metro Manila, Laguna at Cebu City isa sa ilalim sa Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine simula sa May 16. At sa ating balitang abroad, ospital sa St. Petersburg, Russia nasunog. 5 katao ang patay. Ako ang inyong magiging tagapaghatid balita. Ako po si Maricar Velasco. Sa detalye ng mga balita, unahin muna natin ang lagay ng ating panahon at update sa Bagyong Ambo. Mula sa Pag-asa Forecasting Center, nasa ating linya si Aldscar Aurelio.
Hello, magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Ito po ang ating update sa Bagyong Ambo. Nanatili pa rin sa karagatan ang sentro ng Bagyong Ambo. Pero ay inaasahan po natin itong kikilos pa north-northwest sa bilis na 15 kilometers per hour. Kanina alas 4 ng madaling araw, huli na mataan ang sentro ng bagyo ay nasa 410 kilometers silangan ng Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Lumakas ang bagyong Ambo na ngayon ang lakas ng hangin ay maabot sa 85 kilometers per hour, samantalang ang pagbugso ng hangin ay umaabot sa 105 kilometers per hour. Nagtasan po tayo ng Tropical Cyclone Warning Signal number 1 sa northern portion ng Eastern Samar at eastern portion ng Northern Samar. Ibig sabihin nito, yung lakas ng hangin na mula 30 hanggang 60 kilometers per hour ay maranasan sa loob ng 36 hours. Ang magiging forecast track ng bagyong Ambo ay maaaring tumbukin ang Bicol region at sabihin nito, maaaring maglaan po sa Bicol region sa Biyernes ng umaga. Sa Metro Manila ngayon at bukas, asahan pa rin ang maganda ang panahon, maliban lang po sa mga isolated na pagulan dulot ng thunderstorm. Inaasahan pa rin ang alisangan ng panahon, lalo po sa tanghali at sa hapon. Ang susunod pong update sa bagyong Ambo, maya pong 11 ng umaga. Yan pong ating update sa bagyong Ambo. Mula sa Pag-asa, ako po sa Alzarbi Aurelio.
Maraming salamat, Alzar. Sa ating ibang balita, umabot na sa 11,350 ang coronavirus disease 2019 cases sa bansa matapos makapagtala ang Department of Health ng karagdagang 264 cases kahapon. Ayon sa DOH, sa naitalang bagong kaso, 63% o 165 cases ang mula sa Metro Manila, 28% o 74 cases ay mula sa Region 7 at ang 9% o 25 cases ay mula sa iba't ibang lugar sa bansa. Lumampas naman sa 2,000 ang bilang ng mga recoveries na umaabot na ngayon sa 2,106 matapos na makapagtala ng 107 na karagdagang gumaling sa sakit. Samantala, 25 ang karagdagang nadagdag sa mga nasawi na umaabot na ngayon sa kabuuang 751. Isa sa ilalim sa Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine simula sa May 16 ang Metro Manila, Laguna at Cebu City. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque, ang mga lugar na ito ay isa sa ilalim pa rin sa strict lockdown measures, subalit papayagan ng magbukas ang ilang essential industries at papapasukin ang 50% ng kanilang workforce. Aniya, ang mga lugar na ito ay ikinukonsiderang red zone kung saan ang mga barangays na may mataas na COVID-19 cases ay mapapabilang sa klasifikasyon na critical zone or containment zone. Ang critical zones ay mga barangay na may mahigit sa 20 COVID-19 cases sa bawat 100,000 populasyon. Ang containment zones naman ay mga barangay na nasa palibot ng critical zones na may 1 hanggang 19 na COVID-19 cases sa bawat 100,000 populasyon. Ipapatupad rin ang strict ECQ protocols sa mga naturang lugar. Samantala, inanunsyo rin ng Malacanang ang mga lugar na isa sa ilalim sa General Community Quarantine o GCQ. Ang mga GCQ areas ay kinukonsiderang orange zones habang ang mga inalis na sa quarantine protocols ang ikinukonsiderang green zones. Ang mga lugar na isa sa ilalim sa GCQ mula May 16 hanggang May 31 ay ang mga sumusunod. Sa Luzon, Cordillera Administrative Region o CAR, Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Ifugao, Kalinga, Mountain Province at Baguio City. Sa Region 2, Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino at Santiago City. Sa Region 3 naman, Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, Zambales, Angeles City at Olongapo City. Sa Visayas, Region 7, Bohol, Cebu, except Cebu City, Negros Oriental, Siquijor, Mandaue City, and Lapu-Lapu City. Sa Mindanao, sa Region 9, Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga Sibugay, Zamboanga City at Isabela City. Sa Region 11, Davao City at Davao de Oro, pero kapwa isa sa ilalim sa assessment sa May 14, Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, Davao Occidental at ang Davao Oriental. Sa Region 13 o Caraga, Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Dinagat Island, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur at Butuan City. Samantala, nagpayo ang Department of Health sa mga mamamayan na manatiling maingat at mapagmatsyag kapag inalis na ang enhanced community quarantine. Ayon sa DOH, posibleng magpatupad ulit ng ECQ kapag muling tumaas ang bilang ng nahahawa sa COVID-19. May report si Madeline Moratillo.
Maging maingat at mapagmatyag. Itong mahigpit na paalala ng Department of Health sa publiko, maalis man ang inyong lugar sa mga may umiiral na ECQ o Enhanced Community Quarantine.
Kung malift man ang lockdown sa May 16 o hindi, dapat natin alalahanin na quarantine pa rin po ito at lahat tayo ay kinakailangang manatiling maingat at mapagmatsyag. Habang wala pa po tayong nadidiskubring bakuna, lahat tayo ay palaging nasa panganib na mahawa sa COVID-19.
Babala ni Vergere, kung hindi mag-iingat ang publiko at tumaas na naman ang mga kaso ng COVID-19, hindi malayong magpatupad muli ng ECQ o lockdown sa maraming lugar.
C. Kung hindi tayo mag-iingat, maari magpatupad po muli ng enhanced community quarantine o lockdown sa ating mga komunidad. Kahit GCQ o ECQ po ang ipatupad sa ating komunidad, mahalaga pong alalahanin natin na ito ay quarantine pa rin. Ibig pong sabihin ay kailangan nating manatili sa ating mga tahanan unless pinapayagan po tayo sa official guidelines na ilalabas ng pamahalaan sa mga susunod na araw. Kung tayo man ay payagang lumabas, kumpiyansa po ang kagawaran ng kalusugan na ang ating mga preventive measures ay magiging epektibo. Alalahanin lang po natin na mag-physical distancing, magsuot ng mask, palagi ang mag-ugas ng kamay at panatilihin ng proper hygiene at sumunod sa tamang paraan ng pag-ubo o kaya ay pagbahing.
Inihalimbawa ng opisyal ang nangyari sa South Korea, Japan, China at Singapore na tumaas sa mga kaso ng COVID-19 matapos bawiin ang umiiral na quarantine.
Nasabi ng pangdaigdigang datos na kapag na-lift o na-relax ang quarantine o lockdown, magkakaroon ng muling pagtaas ng mga kaso ng COVID-19. Nakita po natin ito mula sa mga bansang South Korea, Japan, China at Singapore. Sinisiguro po ng kagawaran na gagawin natin ang lahat ng ating makakaya, kasama ang iba pang ahensya ng pamahalaan at ng ating mga private sector partners upang mas maging handa at patuloy na mas mapag-igting at mapahusay ang ating mga efforts sa testing, isolation, hospital capacity, equipment at manpower kung sakali man pong mangyari sa atin ang nangyari sa mga bansang aking nabanggit.
Para naman sa mga negosyante na papayagang makapag-operate na ang negosyo sa mga lugar na nasa General Community Quarantine, may paalala rin ang DOH.
Ang transisyon natin sa papuntang GCQ, nais naming ulitin ang paalala sa mga may negosyo na pakaingatan ang kalusugan at kaligtasan ng inyong mga empleyado. Repasuhin natin ang mga polisiya ng kumpanya sa sick leave at gawing madali para sa mga may sakit ang tumawag na lang ng walang pangamba na merong negative consequences. Mahigpit na subaybayan ng mga empleyadong may simptomas katulad ng lagnat, ubo at sipon at kung maari, huwag na silang papasukin sa opisina. Tiyakin na ang mga empleyado ay may supply ng angkop na PPE at suot nila ito lagi. Atin din pong siguraduhin ang kalinisan ng ating workspaces. Siguraduhin po na maayos at malinis ang airflow sa ating workspaces at laging isanitize ang communal areas at surfaces.
Para naman sa mga empleyadong magbabalik trabaho na, paalala ng DOH, tiyaking masusunod ang social distancing, magtatakip ng bibig kung babahing o uubo. Hanggat maaari, iwasan din umano ang pakikisalamuha ng matagal sa mga kaopisina. Para sa Eagle News, Madeline Villar-Moratillo, we live in interesting times.
Balik trabaho na ngayong araw ang mga Land Transportation Office units na nasa General Community Quarantine areas. Ayon sa LTO, mahigpit namang ipapatupad ang pagsusuot ng face mask at physical at social distancing rules. Hindi rin muna pwedeng magpunta roon ang mga individual na 60 years old pataas, 20 years old pababa at mga buntis hanggang hindi pa tuluyang inaalis ang community quarantine. Sa ibang balita, Land Transportation Office ng Pagadian City District balik operasyon na. Precautionary measures isinasagawa. Si Eagle News correspondent Eric Pratchelier sa detalye.
Pinaghahandaan ngayon ng Land Transportation Office Pagadian City District ang pagbabalik operasyon nito. Kaya pinag-aaralan umano ng ehensya upang masunod pa rin ang precautionary measure gaya na lang sa social distancing at pagmomonitor sa bawat kliyente na nagnanais mag-renew ng rehistro at lisensya. Nauna nang nagpalabas ng impormasyon ang ahensya yung nag-expire na rehistro at lisensya mula noong March 16 hanggang sa May 12 ay binibigyan umano ng 60 days allowance na pwede pa itong magamit at valid pa itong gamitin. Wala umanong penalty mula sa ibinigay na 60 days na palugit para sa mga motorista na apektado ng krisis. Inaasahan na dadagsa ang mga kliyente ng ehensya ngayong bukas na ito at ayon pa sa District Chief ng LTO na si Johan Macaumbus na mahigpit umano nilang ipapatupad ang guidelines ng DOH lalo na ang pagsusuot ng face mask at proper disinfections. Nagtalaga din sila ng mga tauhan na mag-check sa entrada pa lang ng gusali. Kaya naman pinapaalalahan na naman nito ang publiko na sisiguraduhin dala nito ang kumpletong dokumento at nasa 21 taong gulang hanggang sa 65 lamang ang kanilang aasikasuhin. Ano pat bawal pa rin lumabas ang nasa 20 taong gulang pababa at 65 taong gulang pataas na individual. Samantala, balik na ang biyahe ng ilang bus dito sa probinsya ngunit ginagawan pa rin ng paraan ng ehensya na makaiwas sa body contact. Kaya naman sa baba pa lang bago sumampa sa bus ay sisiguraduhin nakabayad na ito depende sa kanyang destinasyon. Ang naturang biyahe ng bus ay nasa loob lamang ng probinsya, kagaya na lang ng boundary ng Kumalarang at Tambulig. Para sa Eagle News, Eric Bachiller, we live in interesting times.
Inaprubahan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang inclusion sa 5 milyong low-income families bilang beneficiaries sa Social Amelioration Program ng gobyerno. Sinabi ni Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque na ang 5 milyong pamilya ay bukod pa sa 18 milyong pamilya na una nang natukoy bilang recipients ng monthly cash aid na 5,000 hanggang 8,000 piso sa ilalim ng SAP. Gayunman, sinabi ni Roque na ang second tranche ng pamamahagi ng SAP ay ipagkakaloob lamang sa mga pamilyang nasa ilalim ng Enhanced Community Quarantine hanggang May 15. Kaugnay nito, sinabi ni Pangulong Duterte na inatasan na niya si Social Welfare Secretary Rolando Bautista na katulungin ang mga sundalo sa pamamahagi ng cash aid. Inanunsyo ng Department of Labor and Employment na suspendido muna ang pamamahagi nila ng ayuda para sa mga overseas Filipino workers na apektado ng COVID-19. Ayon kay Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello III, halos paubos na kasi ang pondo sa kanilang AKAP program. Sa ilalim ng programang ito, nagkakaloob ang dole ng 10,000 pesos o $200 sa mga OFW na naapektuhan ng COVID-19. Sinabi ni Bello na ang suspensyon ay hanggat hindi pa dumarating ang hiling nilang karagdagang pondo para sa AKAP program. Matatanda ang una nang humirit ang dole ng karagdagang 2 billion pesos para sa nasabing programa. Naabisuhan na rin na aniya ang mga tanggapan ng polo sa iba't ibang bansa hinggil sa suspensyon ng programa. Tinataya nga abot umano sa humigit kumulang 140,000 OFWs ang nabigyan ng ayuda sa ilalim ng nasabing programa habang may humigit kumulang 300,000 OFWs pa umano ang nangangailangan ng tulong. Sa ibang balita, umalma na ang ilang residente ng suburban village sa barangay San Jose Rodriguez Rizal dahil sa umunoy palpak at kaduda-dudang listahan ng mga benepisyaryo ng Social Amelioration Program sa kanilang lugar. Partikular na rito ang mga residente ng Phase 1F sa suburban kung saan napasama sa listahan ang ilang bata habang wala naman sa master list ang mga senior citizens. Ang detalye sa report ni Mar Gabriel.
Palaisipan pa rin kay Rube Estrada kung paanong napasama sa listahan ng mga benepisyaryo ng Social Amelioration Program ang 2 taong gulang na apo na si John Ray Estrada.
Bakit hindi yung asawa ko ang inanak nila? Bakit yung apo ko? May 2 taon lang po yung apo ko. Tapos ang sabi niya, huwag daw po kami maingay. Basta pumunta na lang daw po kami sa Malport, sa may kuhen. Magdala na lang daw po kami ng open at saka ID.
Kwento niya, nitong linggo lang nang mag-survey sa kanilang lugar sa Phase 1F sa Suburban Village, sa barangay San Jose Rodriguez Rizal, ang mga tauhan ng Municipal Social Welfare Department o MSWD. Pero nagtaka raw siya kung bakit ang apo niya ang hinahanap. Bukod sa apo ni Ruby, kasama rin sa master list ng MSWD ang 7 taong gulang na anak ni Jane Lema. Sinabihan daw sila ng mga taga-MSWD na wag nang maingay, pero hindi raw niya ito matiis.
Sabi po, wag na lang po kami maingay, gano'n. Lahat naman po kasi, unfair naman po kasi, hindi lang naman po kami yung lockdown lahat naman po kaya dapat, pantay-pantay, mabigyan dapat lahat.
Sa mahigit 1,500 residente ng Phase 1F, 43 lang daw ang napasama sa master list ng MSWD. Ang senior citizen na si Aling Angelina, magdadalawang dekada nang nakatira sa lugar, pero hindi kasama sa mga mabibigyan ng ayuda.
2003, 2004, nalipat kami dito ha. Ngayon pagkatapos sabihin wala kami sa master list, pero pag oras butuhan nandiyan kami sa master list, kaya hindi daw kami mabibigyan ng ng ayuda ng gobyerno. Hirap ako, biyuda ako, may sakit pa ako. Meron ba akong alaga na apo na may single parent yung apo ko, anak niya yun. Saan na lang mo kami ng pagkain?
Dahil dito, nagsama-sama ang mga residente para manawagan sa national government na bigyang pansin ang kanilang sitwasyon. Umapila rin sila sa lokal na pamahalaan ng Rodriguez na isaayos at beripikahin ang listahan upang makinabang ang mga tunay na nangangailangan.
Ang sa akin lang po, ayusin po nila ang listahan at ang pagbibigay po dito sa buong urban. Hindi lang po sa Phase 1F, sa buong urban po ay mabigyan po nila.
Sa isang text message, inamin ni Kapitan Glenn Evangelista ng Barangay San Jose na hindi dumaan sa verifikasyon ng listahan ng mga benepisyaryo. Ang MSWD lang daw ang gumawa nito, kaya dapat lang na maimbestigahan ng ilang irregularidad at mga kapalpakan sa listahan. Para sa Eagle News, Mar Gabriel, we live in interesting times.
Susunod, PNP titiyaking mananagot sa batas ang mga barangay officials na sangkot sa anomalya. Ang detalye na yan sa pagbabalik ng Agila Balita sa umaga.
Agila Balita.
This program is presented by SMC Infrastructure, building a better world. Sandig Sugar-Free White Coffee, puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na, Sandig Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free. Vet-approved NutriChunks, the only premium dog food with active boost for optimum energy and prebiotics that help strengthen immunity. Just like Catherine Bernardo, gawing listo ganado ang fur babies nyo. Listo ganado sa NutriChunks. Co-presented by Kubert, expert in air conditioning and electromechanical. Also engaged in structural, electrical, fire protection, plumbing, and sanitary services. Kubert, your ultimate MEPS and air conditioning solutions. Vita Herbs Philippines Green Coffee, masarap, mabango, at healthy pa. Canrib Corporation, your ventilation and air conditioning specialist. New San Jose Builders Incorporated. Unlad Incorporated International, fight against global poverty. In participation with Rain or Shine Elastomeric Waterproofing Paint. Color for protection for your home. Matimco. Matimco is wood. Wood is Matimco. R Square Variables Incorporated, your trusted UPS supplier and UPS maintenance provider in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. CompuZell Computer Services, ID card and lanyard manufacturer. Saisho International Trading Corporation. DN Steel. EMAC UPVC Roof Corporation.
Hey, Gretchen Ho here, and I'm a white coffee lover. Creamy kasi, and very yummy. Pero mas masarap kung hindi nakaka-guilty. Check my new discovery, San-Made Sugar-Free White Coffee. Puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na! San-Made Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free.
The successful development of TPLEX, or Tarlac Pangasinan La Union Expressway in 2009, a 4-lane toll road that extends from Tarlac City to Rosario La Union, with an additional approved extension of 56 kilometers all the way to San Juan La Union. This is expected to reduce travel time to Baguio and other provinces in northern Luzon. Realizing the vision of creating a better world for Filipinos fueled the team's focus.
Listo at ganado ang baby ko sa vet-approved Nutri-Chunks with active boost and prebiotics na pampalisto. Made with real meat, with essential nutrients to help them grow healthy and happy. Listo, ganado sa Nutri-Chunks.
Ikaw lang ang star ng buhay ko. Para sa akin, perfect ka. Ibang klase ang sarap ng corned beef mo. Ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Pag Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, sarap ng corned beef, inangat pa ng real cheese cubes. Kaya perfect ang sarap. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef.
Titiyakin ng Philippine National Police o PNP na mananagot sa batas ang mga barangay officials na mapapatunayang sangkot sa anomalya. Ito ay matapos utusan ni DILG Secretary Eduardo Año ang CIDG na imbestigahan at kasuhan ang 183 barangay officials na umunoy sangkot sa korupsyon sa pamamahagi ng Social Amelioration Program. Ayon kay PNP Chief General Archie Gamboa, 3 sa mga barangay officials na kanilang iniimbestigahan ang nasampahan na ng kaso mula sa Region 3, 5 at 6. Sa ngayon, kinukumpleto na lang aniya nila ang mga sinumpaang salaysay ng mga nagrereklamo at nangangalap pa ng ebidensya para masampahan na rin ng kaso ang mga inaakusahang opisyal ng barangay. Ayon kay Gamboa, sakaling mapatunayan ang mga paglabag ng mga inirereklamong opisyal, posible silang maharap sa kasong paglabag sa Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Isasarapan samantala ang ospital ng Tondo. Alamin natin kung bakit sa report ni Madeline Moratillo.
Pansamantala munang isasara ang ospital ng Tondo sa lungsod ng Maynila. Ayon kay Manila Mayor Isko Moreno, layo nito na mabigyan ng panahon ang mga medical staff ng ospital na makapagpahinga muna.
Gusto ko pong ipaalala sa inyo, simula May 11 hanggang May 24, ay pansamantala nating isasara ang ospital ng Tondo. Katulad ng ginawa natin sa ospital ng Sampalo, sa Agat Andres Bonifacio, na ngayon bukas na. Yung ospital ng Tondo ay nasa ganoon yung mga apektadong nurse, doctors, na maaaring nahawa at nagkasakit na, ay mabigyan ng pagkakataon na sila ma-quarantine at makapagpahinga.
Batay sa anunsyo ng pamunuan ng pagamutan, kailangan umano ng panahon na makapagpahinga at magamot ang kanilang mga doktor at nurse na nagkasakit habang rumeresponde sa mga pasyenteng tinamaan ng COVID-19. Dahil dito, pansamantalang isasara ang ospital sa loob ng 2 linggo o mula Mayo 11 hanggang Mayo 24. Ang mga medical at nursing staff naman ng ospital ng Tondo ililipat muna pansamantala sa Santa Ana Hospital upang makatuwang ng mga frontliners sa Manila Infectious Disease Control Center. Ang mga pasyente naman ng ospital idedirekta sa iba pang city district hospitals at iba pang kalapit na institusyon. Pinapayuhan naman ang mga pasyente na magtutungo sa ospital ng Tondo na magpunta na muna sa ibang pagamutan. Samantala, ang radiologic at laboratory section ng ospital ay magsisilbi pa rin para sa mga referral na mula sa Manila Health Department at City District Hospitals tuwing office hours. At dahil sa pansamantalang pagsasara ng ospital ng Tondo, may nakatakdang terminal cleaning at disinfection, pest control at rearrangement sa pasilidad upang mas maging maayos ang pagtugon sa mga COVID-19 patients na maaaring ma-admit sa paggamutan. Maliban sa ospital ng Tondo, matatandaang una ring isinara pansamantala ang ospital ng Sampaloc at ang emergency room ng Gat Andres Bonifacio Memorial Medical Center sa Maynila. Para sa Eagle News, Madeline Villar Moratillo, we live in interesting times.
Nananatili ang all-out war ng Philippine National Police laban sa rebelding grupong New People's Army o NPA. Ito ang sinabi ni PNP Chief Police General Archie Francisco Gamboa matapos na ihayag ng Pangulong Duterte ang kanyang alok na 2 milyong pisong pabuya para sa impormasyon na ikadarakip ng mga leader ng NPA. Ayon sa PNP Chief, ang alok ng Pangulo ay itinuturing nilang senyas na kailangang paigtingin ng PNP ang pagnutralisa sa NPA. Sinabi ni Gamboa na kahit abala ang PNP sa pakikipaglaban sa COVID-19, nananatili silang motivated sa kampanya kontra sa NPA. Noon anyang may ceasefire, patuloy din naman ang pag-atake ng mga NPA sa mga pulis at sundalo na tumutulong sa mga mamamayan na sa gitna ng krisis pangkalusugan. Ngayon anyang wala ng ceasefire, wala ng hadlang sa PNP para ituloy ang all-out war sa NPA.
Of course, ang aming direktiba ngayon, dahil wala naman na tayong restriction, is still all out, no? All out war against CPP-NPA. At dahil itong ginagawa nila ngayon, na taking advantage pa dito sa emergency situation, kahit na yung mga police o mga military na involved sa humanitarian activities, pati yun, inaatake nila, then the more that we should push through for the neutralization of the CPP-NPA.
Niyanig ng 4.2 magnitude na lindol ang Zambales. Ayon sa Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, naitala ang lindol alas 3:46 ng hapon. Natukoy ang epicenter ng lindol 10 kilometro sa timog-kanluran ng Palawig. May lalim itong 42 kilometro. Naitala naman ang intensities sa mga sumusunod na lugar. Intensity 3, Mayantok, Tarlac. Intensity 2, Masinloc, Zambales, Mandaluyong City at Marikina City. Intensity 1, Botolan, Zambales at Lungsod ng Manila. Naitala naman ang instrumental intensity 1 sa Marikina City. Wala namang naitalang pinsala sa mga ari-arian ang naturang lindol.
Mga pangyayari sa labas ng bansa. Balitang Abroad.
5 katawang patay sa nangyaring sunog sa isang ospital para sa coronavirus patients sa St. Petersburg, Russia. Ayon sa mga opisyal doon, nasa 150 katawang inilikas matapos na sumiklab ang apoy sa ika-6 na palapag ng St. George Hospital. Sinabi ng Emergencies Ministry na ang nasabing ospital ay ginawang eksklusibo para gumamot sa mga coronavirus patients. 4 sa mga nasawing pasyente ay nasa intensive care ward. Ipinahayag naman ni St. Petersburg Governor Alexander Beglov na batay sa kanilang nakuhang preliminary information, posibleng short circuit ang pinagmulan ng sunog. Patuloy pa ang investigasyon sa insidente. At yan ang naging kabuuan ng ating maiinit na balita. Sa pangalan ng ating mga kaagapay sa Eagle News Service, ako po si Maricar Velasco and we live in interesting times. Susunod na ang programang Saganang Mamamayan kasama sina Congressman Dante Marcoleta at Chenzo Barjaga.
Sumainyo ang mga balitang kinarap, maingat na isinulat at inihanay ng Eagle News Service.